Hello all, welcome to the Learning Management System, a initiative by the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. Course is Fundamentals of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Course outcome is to identify and test the different electronic devices. Unit number 5, practical session number 21, experiment number 21. Overview of contents. The first part will be the practical part, that is the title of the experiments and aim of the experiments. And the next part is apparatus required, the list of devices or the materials required in order to conduct the experiment. And the third part is the circuit diagram. And next will be the images following the procedure of the experiment. And at the last, we can conclude using a provided result. Experiment number 21 in the course Fundamentals of Electrical and Electronics Engineering in the unit number 5. The title of the experiment is Identification and Testing of Transistor Terminals and construct and test the transistor as an electronic switch. The aim of the experiments is to identify the transistor terminals, that is the 3 terminals of the transistor, and to test its working functionality, whether it is working properly or not, whether it is fit to conduct the experiments or not, and also to construct and test the transistor working as a digital switch. In other words, as an electronic switch. The apparatus required are the transistor. Here I have mentioned BC107. It is an NPN transistor. P-type semiconductor is sandwiched between 2 N-type semiconductors, and that is called as NPN transistor. And the quantity required is 1. Next will be digital multimeter. You require it to test the functionality of the transistor terminals, and DC regulated power supply, either a dual channel DC regulated power supply or a 2 regulated power supplies. But you need 2 channel, anyhow you need 2 channels RPS here. Either you can take 2 RPS or a single RPS where a dual channels will be provided. And the resistors of the value 1 kilo ohm. According to the color code method, the resistors, in order to get the 1 kilo ohm value, the color on the resistor should be brown, black and red. You require 2 resistors here, and the LED, light emitting diode, which converts the electrical energy into light energy, and the breadboard and connecting wires. So these are the apparatus required in order to perform the mentioned experiment. And the circuit diagram of the first part of the experiment, that is to test the transistor terminals and test its proper working functionality. So I have used a digital multimeter here. This is just a representative picture. This is not the exactly circuit diagram, because you don't find a circuit diagram for the part A of the experiment. So I have mentioned here, you have taken an image of a transistor, and there are 3 terminals in the transistor, that is emitter, base and collector. Emitter part of the transistor is heavily doped, collector part is moderately doped, and the base part of the transistor is lightly doped. So you fix the positive terminal of the multimeter to a 1 terminal and negative terminal to the another part. I have demonstrated this practically and have showed the values how we will obtain, which will be followed next. After this presentation, you will be watching that video, the practical demonstration of the experiments. So you have to So if this PNP transistor, it is the way you keep the terminals and check for the value is different. And if it is an NPN transistor, the way you keep the terminals connected to a digital multimeter is different and the value obtained will be different. So I have used NPN transistor here. So in the NPN transistor, you have to keep the positive terminal on the base and negative terminal to the either side of the emitter or collector. So you must get 0.7 volts if it is forward biased and over limit if it is reverse biased. So these are the images which I obtained when I demonstrated the experiment. However, I'll be showing the practical construction and the results also in the coming part, but these are just the images. What I've used is NPN transistor, that is BC107. In the first image, you can see that I have connected the positive and negative terminals out to the digital multimeter, and positive terminal I have kept in the base and the negative terminal in the emitter. So the value obtained is 0.686. You must get around 0.7 volts if it is a silicon based diode. So I have used here diode BC107, I mean transistor, BC107 transistor. But a transistor is basically a two diode analogy. In the second image, you can find that a base, the positive is connected to the base and negative is connected to the collector. So here also you will get 0.7 volts, around 0.7 volts value you will get. And in the third image, I have kept negative terminal to the base and positive terminal to the collector. You will get OL. OL means over limit. OL means over limit. So you can repeat the experiment by also keeping the positive terminal to the emitter part, then also you'll get the same result, over limit, OL. So this is the circuit diagram of the part B of the experiment. This is construct and test the transistor as an electronic switch. So here in the circuit diagram, there are two. So this is the one channel of the RPS. This is the second channel of the RPS. The positive of the RPS is connected to the resistor of 1 kilo ohm value, and the same will be connected to the base part. The negative of the first channel of the RPS is connected to the common ground, to which the emitter will also be connected. The positive of the second channel will be connected to the resistor, and then it will be connected to the anode of the LED. There will be two terminals in the LED. The one which is longer compared to the other one will be anode, and this part is called as cathode. This part is anode. The longer one is anode, the shorter one is cathode. So it has to be connected in this way only, otherwise you will not get the required result. And the cathode will be connected to the collector of the transistor. So this is the transistor, NPN transistor I have used. So this is the BC107. So these are the images which I got. I have just put the images in order to understand the concept properly, which I'll be demonstrating in the coming part. So this is the circuit which I've connected using the breadboard and connecting wires and the transistor and the LED. So VCC I have kept 5 hours and I have checked whether LED is glowing on or not. Since because the transistor is in off condition, the output will not be, the output will be same as VCC and the transistor is not working, so LED is off. So input voltage you can observe here 0. And in the second case, here VCC is 5 volts, the input voltage is also 5 volts, and thus the LED will be turned on, since because the transistor is turned on. So when transistor is turned on, you can see the LED glowing here. So the transistor is turned on here, but even though when the transistor is turned on at the input voltage 5 volts, the transistor after 0.7 volts only, just because it is the conducting, 0.7 volts is required as a threshold voltage to turn on the transistor. The transistor is turned on, and thus transistor is working as an inverter. In other words, it is working as an electronic switch. So the LED will be glowing now, and the voltage across transistor is 0.7 volts. It is a captured image while demonstrating the practicals. I have written the circuit here. It is the multimeter terminals, probes I have kept across the transistor, and you can observe the voltage here in the multimeter. it is 0.7 volts. The procedure of the experiment. To identify and test the transistor terminals using a digital multimeter illustrated in the above figures, which I've already illustrated in the above figures. If you just follow the above figure images and the study material, you'll be able to test the given transistor is in working condition or not. Second point, the terminals based on two-terminal diode analogy will show appropriate voltage based on if it is forward biased or reverse biased. So the terminals based on two-terminal diode analogy, two diodes connected back to back constitutes a transistor. So whether it is forward biased or reverse biased, based on the logic, if it is forward biased, it will show 0.7 volts in the multimeter reading. If it is reverse biased, it will show over limit. Based on that, you can assess the working of the transistor and record the voltages, and if voltage is as per above mentioned values, transistor is in proper working condition. So this is the procedure for the first part of the experiment. And in the second part, observe that the LED is off. So LED will be off even though if you give the supply voltage VCC. Once if you set on input voltage, that is VI or VBE, base emitter voltage equal to 5 volts, and then you can observe that the LED turns on. So these are the 5 points, the procedure of this experiment. So now we can conclude. The transistor terminals are tested and its functionality is verified using a digital multimeter. Action of bipolar junction transistor as an electronic switch is demonstrated by turning the LED on and off. So the first part of the experiment result is functionality is verified, and the second part, the action of BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Bipolar means holes and electrons together constitute a current in transistor, hence the name. As an electronic switch can be demonstrated, which I'll be practically demonstrating following next. Thank you.
Hello students, I welcome you all for the practical session. Session number 21, experiment number 21. Identification and testing the transistor terminals and construct and test the transistor as an electronic switch. I am Harish GS, lecturer, Government Polytechnic, Bagepalli. Let us conduct the experiment now. Now, identification and testing the transistor terminals. In order to perform this experiment, we require an NPN transistor. Either BJT is acceptable, but I have chosen NPN transistor. This model is BC107. It is written on the transistor. This transistor has 3 terminals: emitter, base and collector. How to identify which is which terminal? In order to answer this, you need to observe a notch which is extruded here. So this is a mark for to identify the terminals of the transistor. The lead which is nearest to the notch is emitter. Remember this, dear students, the lead which is nearer to the notch is emitter, and immediate next lead is base, and the lead which is farther from this lead is called as collector. The lead which near or the pin near notch is emitter, next is base, and the last one is collector. So as you all know, the 3 terminals of a transistor is emitter, base and collector. And to test the transistor and to identify whether it is working properly or not, we also need a digital multimeter. In the digital multimeter, First, I have taken this kind of digital multimeter. So first you need to switch on the power. First you need to switch on the power and then turn the knob to this position. It will be written here, the diode and the other symbols will be written here. Even though this is a transistor, we are using a two diode analogy to test the working of a transistor. So this is a two diode analogy. As I have already explained in the PPT, the three terminals of a transistor are connected in this fashion. Two diode analogy connected back to back. So this is emitter to base and this is collector to base. So this is the NPN transistor we are using now. So this is the model which we have to keep in mind now. So base to emitter is P to N. This is anode, this is cathode. This is anode, this is cathode. So we are using a two diode. A three terminals are constituted as two diode. So we are using two diode analogy to check the identification and working of a transistor, NPN transistor. Similarly, you can identify and test the working of a PNP transistor in this fashion. This is the symbol to test. For NPN transistor, now what I will do is, as I just explained, the nearest pin near the notch is emitter. So this is emitter and immediate next is base. So since B to E, that is base to emitter, it is P to N. So the forward resistance of a diode is around 0.7 volts. So if the transistor, if the base to emitter, it shows around 0.7 volts, so that means this terminal is properly working. And thus you can identify which is base and which is emitter. Okay. And for the base and collector part, what you have to do is, you have to again keep the multimeter positive terminal in the base and the multimeter negative terminal in the collector. Then you can test the voltage. It should show around 0.7 volts. Now, the question is how to identify the reverse biasing. What you do is, you keep the positive in emitter terminal and negative in base terminal. I will demonstrate here. Next, I am explaining you here. And next, keep the positive in collector and negative in base. It should show OL, that is over limit. The voltage is extremely will be like, it will be high. Hence it is showing over limit because it is reverse biased here. Only when you connect the positive terminal of the multimeter to base and the negative terminal to either emitter or collector, it should show around 0.7 volts. Okay, now I have taken a NPN transistor which is BC107 and I have a digital multimeter. So this I have turned on the knob into this position. You can observe this position here. Now I'll take the positive terminal of the digital multimeter and keep it near the base. Which is the base? How to identify? I just now explained. So the pin which is nearer to the notch is emitter and the pin next to it is base and the pin last from the emitter is collector. So I'll keep the positive terminal in base and negative terminal in emitter. You can see the values fluctuating here. So it is around 0.696 volts, that is around 0.7 volts. Now I'll remove the negative terminal from the emitter, which is this, and I'll keep the same negative terminal in the collector, on the collector. You can see the values again fluctuated from 0. So it is around 0.692 volts, that is around 0.7 volts. So this is when I keep positive terminal on the base and keep negative terminal on either of the emitter or collector. Now, since I have checked both the forward biasing based on the two diode analogy, now I'll just check the reverse biasing. That is, I'll keep the positive on the collector and the negative in the base. Since it is a reverse bias diode, you all know that diode does not conduct in a reverse biasing. An ideal diode does not conduct in a reverse biasing. the resistance will be severely high. So now positive terminal on the collector, negative terminal on the base. Is the value fluctuating? No, the value is not fluctuating. So hence we say that it is showing OL. It means over limit. Hence we say that this terminal is verified. That is, collector to base is reverse biased. Now similarly, keeping the negative terminal on the base itself, now I'll keep the positive terminal on the emitter. Did you notice any changes? No. Certainly it will not show any changes, since base to emitter is one more diode connected in a reverse biased fashion. So dear students, this is how you can identify and test the transistor terminals: emitter, base and collector. Now I'll demonstrate the second part, which is construct and test the transistor as an electronic switch. Dear students, this is the circuit which I have used here to test the transistor. That is, the transistor used here for the experiment purpose is BC107 NPN transistor. This is the circuit. So we require a dual RPS of the range 0 to 30 volts and two resistors in the circuit of value 1 kilo ohm and a LED light emitting diode. So this is the circuit diagram. Let us construct the circuit now. And the apparatus required I have just explained. I have already taken the requirements. Connecting wires I have taken. I have taken power supply. This is a regulated power supply of having two channels. This is one channel and this is second channel. This is the connecting wires. This is a breadboard. In the breadboard, vertical points will have a common connection, and here the top and the bottom part will be having horizontally the common connection, and these two blocks, they will be having vertically the same connections. And NPN transistor BC107, and this is light emitting diode. The terminal which is longer than the other one is anode, positive one, and the terminal a bit shorter compared to the other one is called as cathode. So you can identify the terminals like this. The one which is lengthier one is anode. The one which is shorter one compared to the other one is cathode. So this is an LED. And these are the two resistors of the value 1 kilo ohm. For the 1 kilo ohm resistor, according to the color code, the values will be brown, black and red. 1 kilo ohm is 1000 ohms. Now let us start making the connections. Initially, I'll connect the transistor to the breadboard. I'll make sure that first I'll connect the base. Base part is this one. This is emitter, the terminal which is very near to the notch emitter. So this one will be the base. So I'll connect the base. And according to the circuit, the base will be connected to the resistor. So I am taking a resistor, 1 kilo ohm resistor. Like I said, here the vertical points will be sharing a common connection. So I am taking 1 kilo ohm resistor here. One kilo ohm resistor and keeping it here. So next, so after giving connection to the 1 kilo ohm resistor, the other point of the 1 kilo ohm resistor should be given to the positive of the battery. You have to press it firmly, and I am connecting it to the positive of the battery. Next, the positive of the battery is finished. Next, the emitter part is connected to the ground. So this is the emitter part. So I am directly connecting this to the here. So I'll later make it to the connection to the ground. From here again take to the ground. This is the ground. And next, the remaining part is collector. Collector should be given to the negative of the LED, that is cathode part. This is the collector part. This collector part should be given to the So after connecting cathode collector of terminal transistor to the breadboard, I am now connecting LED. LED negative. LED negative. LED positive. So LED negative are connected. LED positive should be again given to 1 kilo ohm resistor according to the circuit. Collector is connected to the cathode. The anode part of the LED should be connected to the resistor again. Now the resistor should be connected to the positive of the another second channel of the RPS. So the resistor, one more end of the resistor should be connected to the positive of a second channel of a RPS. Now the negative will be connected. The negative of the second channel of RPS should be connected to the common ground. Here I have taken this common ground. It's a common ground connection. Now one more common ground we have to do. See this part, the first channel of a RPS, the negative should be connected to the common ground again. So now okay, now that we have made the connections, we have completed the connections as per this circuit. This is the circuit I have referred here. The first channel and the second channel of the RPS, and this is the NPN transistor. Two resistors I have used of 1 kilo ohm value. This is the light emitting diode. Now we'll start the experiment. In order to start this experiment, first we need to keep the values, the knob positions of the both channels of the RPS in the minimum position. Now I will switch on the RPS. I will switch on the RPS now. Now we have switched on the RPS and the circuit connections are ready. Like I said, this is the one channel of the RPS, this is the second channel of the RPS. The first channel is given to the input part and the second channel of the RPS is in output part. Now what we will do is we will vary the VCC, the supply voltage, from 0 to 5 volts, and we will keep the 5 volts as constant, and we will see whether the LED will get on or not. This is the supply voltage. I am rising. I am using the knob in order to change the voltage. We will keep it exactly as 5 volts. So this is the VCC. This is the VCC. This is the collector supply voltage. So I am keeping it as 5 volts. The value is bit fluctuating, but the value is 5 volts now. Now you can observe that the transistor is not switched on. So now the transistor is switching circuit. This transistor switching circuit is in open state, because now VCC is only the supply voltage we have given. The transistor is not turned on. So what happens when the transistor is not turned on or switched on is the transistor will not conduct and it will disconnect. It will act as an open switch now. Since the transistor is acting as an open switch, because you have given the output as 0 volts, the input that is the base voltage is 0 volts, the transistor is acting in a switching open state. The VCC flows as it is. Output voltage alli nimge VCC ಏನು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರೋ ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. VCC ಸಪ್ಲೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ 5 volts ಇದ್ರೆ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಸ್ವಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 volts ನ ಹೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೈ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. The output will be high. The output will be reflected as same as the VCC. If VCC is high, the output will be high. But the transistor input voltage is 0. So when the transistor input voltage is also 0, the output voltage is 1. So we can say that the transistor is acting as an inverter. That is an electronic switch. So the switching circuit, the transistor circuit is in open state now. This is the tabular column I have used. Input voltage is 0 volts. LED output, that is the status, is 0 volts. It is off. Now I will give the input voltage, that is the base input voltage. I will raise it slowly. Since it is VCC only, it is given, the LED is in off condition. Now we should vary the input voltage and verify how the transistor will behave when the input voltage is given. You can observe that immediately after 0.75 volts, the LED will turn on. I'll repeat it. See, the voltage is 0. You can observe this LED switching off from on. See, immediately after 0.7 volts, the LED switched on. So I'll keep it here. The input voltage as 5 volts. That is the base voltage. Dear students, the LED was switched off earlier. Now it is switched on. Now we can observe the input voltage is also 5 volts. The VCC supply voltage is also 5 volts. And the LED is switched on now. Now, this is the switching circuit in closed state. Now, earlier it was in cutoff condition. The transistor was working in cutoff condition. And now it is in working in saturation condition. That is, immediately when you give the input voltage, what happens is the transistor will turn on. After 0.7 volts, the transistor will turn on and it will behave as closed. This is a switching circuit in closed state. So when the input voltage is given, the base is turned on. Actually, the transistor is a current controlled device. Current controlled device. So the base current here turns on the transistor and the collector current will be controlled by the base current. So when you give the base input voltage, the transistor is turned on and it will act as a closed switch. Earlier it was like open. So from the open, it is now closed switch. You can observe this picture here. In the cutoff condition, it is acting as a open switch. And in closed state, it is acting as a closed switch. So when the transistor is working here, so what happens is the 0 volts, ground voltage iruttalla, ade enagute, ade output ge barak start agutte. ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಈಗ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿಸಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇಂದ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 0 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ 0, ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ 0. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬಟ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಹೈ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಬಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ 0 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸು. 0 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಇಡಿ. 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಇಡಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ತರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟರ್ ತರ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಹೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಬಟ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಲೋ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡೇ ರಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈಗ 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು. ಒಂದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ 2 ಡಯೋಡ್ ಅನಾಲಜಿ. ಇದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು NPN ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ ಟು ಎಮಿಟರ್, ಬೇಸ್ ಟು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಯಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟು ಬೇಸ್, ಎಮಿಟರ್ ಟು ಬೇಸ್, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ PPTಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗಿದು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್. ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Now that you have seen both the practical demonstration as well as the practical part presentation, I hope you will be able to conduct the experiment. Dear students, thank you very much. Now I shall introduce the LMS Learning Management System e-content team members. Myself, Harish GS, e-content developer, Government Polytechnic, Bagepalli. I am working as a lecturer here, and the course expert is Srimati Shanta C. Mukherjee, Government Polytechnic for Women. She is working as a selection grade lecturer. And Shri Wajid Ahmad Sir, he is the course moderator. He is a selection grade lecturer working in Government Polytechnic, Imidi Halli, Bengaluru. Thank you all.